in your words, what is the mindset difference between the world of content creation and the world of filmmaking, like what you've done with your documentaries?
You want the honest answer?
Yeah.
Content creation is the opposite of what you do in documentary production. Is the completely opposite. You said, right, in the introduction for the question, you said how every day you're so focused on creating content, right? Every day you produce a small project, the next day you produce another small project, and you keep going like that. When you're focused on creating like small project, you're gonna become good at small projects. If you wanna make a difference in the way you grow, is that now you have to take on a big project and then dedicate every day a little bit of time, so that every day, instead of creating another small project, you take another step in growing in the big project, if that makes sense. Content creation is like short bites, always short, always and then that's why you have to follow the trends, and then you have to make it shorter because it's better. That's killer for storytelling. Real storytelling doesn't happen in 30 seconds.
Right.
It just doesn't. You can apply the same principles, but then when you create a project where you're trying to tell the story with somebody, you want to build different layers, different depth. You want to investigate what's going on in their life, and then you also have to think about a lot of stuff that how do you handle the dynamic of the relationship, how do you handle the dynamic of telling the story that is true to what's real and what not. How much of your perspective is getting into that. There is so much stuff that is going on in a document. You don't have to think about that in content creation. And so you see that even just talking about it, your mind is going in all over the places, because it's not just about serving you, this quick meal. This is about, you're preparing a wedding meal. You are thinking, and, and you have to make a lot of decisions before you actually go into cooking. Okay, so we want to serve this kind of appetizer. How we're going to present the appetizer, where we're going to present, where we're going to serve this appetizer, what kind of experience the person is going to have when they eat this appetizer. And I can use my wedding, because when we work on our wedding, we were like, okay, the appetizer, where we're going to put the appetizer. And we decided that we were going to put in a specific corner where there was going to be live music as you look on the city of Florence. It's over sunset, after the ceremony, that's the best way to start to have meal, and it's an informal, people are not sitting, they're interacting with each other. So you start to think about what kind of experience is not just about the food that you're serving. And the same is with documentary. You have to think about all this aspect when you try to tell a story. And I would say that the approach is very different. It's I'm trying to create a ceremony, like a wedding experience, and so it's like a big ceremony with different experiences in different locations with different kind of settings. Or do I just want to eat a quick pasta in my lunch hour between two projects? That's the difference between content creation and documentary. Believe it or not, that after you finish the quick meal, you don't care much about if it was good or not. I'm Italian. If you go to a wedding and the food is not good, people will remember, because that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing, right? Like the food at the table, it's the channel through which we connect and we enjoy this celebration. So if the food is not good, the rest is gonna suck, with the food too.
Yeah.
Right. And the other dynamic is that you have been working for so long. We worked for months for our wedding day, and the day goes by so fast. That's the same experience you have after you do the first screening, for example. It's like, man, I put so much work just to do one screening, and then you realize, no, all the work that you've done before brings such depth to the project that project is gonna leave wherever it's gonna sit, whether it's a platform, Netflix, or a television channel, or even on YouTube. That thing is gonna stay there, and that value that you created is gonna stay and is gonna live there forever. And whenever people are gonna go back to that, which is different from the wedding because it's only one shot, well, they're gonna enjoy all the work that you've done, because that depth is there. So I think it's a different mindset, and I think that, believe it or not, when you are a content creator, if you want to become a good storyteller, you have to start to make bold decisions towards that direction, to not just prepare like a short content, like quick prepared and quick to you to consume. You wanna create like an experience that is very deep. And believe it or not, every project, even to this day that I work, the more time I spend on pre-production and production, the more it turns out that that depth is there. Most people will not see the difference, but I do. And so I think if you are looking to jump from content creator to become a good storyteller, director, well, you might want to take a bigger project on. It doesn't need to be a 1-hour project. It's enough that you have to tell a short documentary, that you want to create a short documentary of 10 minutes. That's already enough. It's already a big step up. It's already a big step up. You have to start to deal with dynamic of how do you tell the story, which locations, where are the scenes. You have to think about all these things. Then there are different approaches. I'm going to stop right here. But I think definitely there is that's the difference.